counties, other districts in the 15 counties. But I have a direct mandate to unseat Akaros Gray because of his poor behavior, his orderly conduct, and rampant corruption. I have come to make a pledge to the Liberian people that if I'm elected to enter that legislature again, to stand and serve you as a representative in this country, we will push in the 2024 budget. I'm saying push because we do uncompromisingly. We will push in the 2024 fiscal budget, which starts in January, that all lawmakers, cabinet ministers, and all other people appointed by the president in the executive branch, and the judges, including the justices of the Supreme Court, that we should all reduce our allowances and all of our benefits by 20%. It is unfair in the country for 102 or 103 people to live and have Mercedes-Benz and Range Rovers parked in their yard. It is unfair for 103 citizens to have $15,000 US every month and all kinds of benefit, while the rest of the people live in abject poverty. My desire to enter the legislature is to first fight to reduce the benefit of lawmakers, something I did before. If you can recall, while in the House, I advocated for civil servant and refused a Grand Cherokee Jeep, and I was suspended for 3 months without pay. But that one was small because I was just 26, 27. I was peaking at the time. Now I'm a lawyer, and I told you a law. With the full legal capacity and understanding to fight, I understand the workings and the makings of statutes and all other legislation. I know how the legal system works, and I'm prepared to enter that legislature to make the change. But here's how we do it. Campaign time, people make campaign promises. We give you bread, we give you butter. Once they are elected, they flip. This time around, we are changing the methodology. We will be drafting a resolution, a statement of commitment, if you may, committing the lawmakers or the aspirants, the candidates, any way you call them, those that want to go in the House. We are drafting a resolution that will take to the different districts for you to sign, that in January, when the budget is submitted to the legislature by the executive, we will push for a 20% reduction in the allowances of lawmakers, the allowances of ministers, ambassadors, judges or justices, and all other cabinet ministers. I'll tell you this, and this is the truth. If you're not a reader of history, go and read. The French Revolution started and ended because of the unfair distribution of the resources. The Russian Bolshevik Revolution, it was because of the unfair distribution of the resources. The Chinese Revolution, it was because of the unfair distribution of resources. The Boston Tea Revolution or the American Revolution in the 1700s, it was all about the unfair distribution of the resources. 103 citizens getting too rich. They are owning all of the properties. They are owning all of the hotels, all of the schools, all of the farms, all of the trucks, everything in the country, while the rest of the 5 million plus people continue to live in abject poverty. If we do not find a way to equitably distribute the resources of Liberia, I'm afraid that there will be another revolution. I pray that it will not be bloody, but there will be another revolution in Liberia if we don't stop few people from getting everything while the rest of the people live in abject poverty. I blame the lawmakers because the lawmakers are responsible for the finalization of the budget. What comes from the executive is a draft national budget. And if you know what is a draft, then you know that the executive is not responsible for budget. What they send is a mere academic paper. It's a concept of what they intend to generate and how they want to spend it. It is a lawmaker that must pass a law. The budget is an act of the legislature saying we pay $5 for this teacup, we pay $2 for this cell phone, $1 for this record. Even if the budget is vetoed constitutionally, 2/3 of the lawmakers can override the president's veto. So the final say on what the budget will be is based on the taste and the appetite of the lawmaker. This is why we are not just pledging to reduce 20% of our allowances. We say while we are outside the Capitol building, right now before the people are not lawmaker, while I'm campaigning to be a lawmaker, let me sign a resolution published If possible, we take it to court, sign a statement of commitment that if I'm elected, I will vote for 20% reduction in the salary and allowances of lawmakers and all presidential appointees. It's not just salaries. I will take you to another area in the capital building. And it may interest you to know that the lawmakers receive duty-free, duty-waiver, any way you call it, 3 cars a year. When we were in the house, there was 1 car a year. Now they have 3 cars a year. So when you are elected as a lawmaker, you have the right to bring in 3 cars without paying taxes for the entire time you're in the house, which means 3 times 6. Because every year 3 cars, so that 3 times 6. You have no timetable, you don't know how many cars one lawmaker can bring in the country without paying. It's undermining the revenue generation capacity of the state. We either go back to the 1 car per year, or we discontinue the entire duty-free project for lawmakers. It may also interest you to note that the lawmakers receive annually some amount of money for medical. And the budget can sometimes just put bulk figure. You just see committee activity, you see a bulk figure. And some of you in the press have been asking for a breakdown, but some of us have not been asking for the breakdown. If you see the breakdown, you know that the people hiding money. So why should you receive money every year for foreign medical when the JFK redemption and all of those groups have problems? There is nobody perfect in politics. If I tell you that I want to reduce the lawmakers' pay by 20% right now, it will be a mere political bluff. So many people talk about it just went in the air. Now we say before we are